Hey guys, what's up? It's Elise. If you don't know who I am, me and my husband just moved to Lithuania in the beginning of February. Now we've been here for 2.5 weeks. We've been living in a Airbnb because we had never been to Vilnius before. And so we got an Airbnb for the entire month of February, basically to see if we liked this city, if we wanted to stay here, and if we did want to stay here, then we would have time to find an apartment. We also weren't sure if we wanted to settle in one permanent place in Europe or if we wanted to travel around in Europe for the entire year that we're going to be here. And basically we've decided that we want to stay in Vilnius. We want to settle here. We thought it would just save us a ton of money to stay in one place and just be nice not to live out of suitcases. And we also have 2 cats, so that also complicates things. We have been looking for an apartment for the past week. We've been using a website called this. I'll just show it to you. But basically when I've been looking online and talking to people, this is the website that most people use to find apartments here. You basically just put your budget and like how many rooms you want the apartment to have, like the area you want the apartment in. So we really wanted the apartment to be within a 20-minute walk of downtown and like the main restaurant and bar area and like the main area with things to do. And we also, our budget was under 600, but I really wanted to stay closer to 500 euros a month. The euro is pretty close to the same as the US dollar right now. So like 500 euros is like 540 American dollars. Excuse the sound of my washer. I hope that's not like extremely loud. I started making this video today because we found an apartment, and this morning we signed the lease, we paid the deposit, and it is ours. We do have our Airbnb for another like week and a half, so we're just gonna kind of not be staying here anymore. But we rented the Airbnb for a month because we weren't sure like how long it would take to find an apartment or like if we were even gonna want to stay here. But it's better that we're leaving early than, you know, be running out of time at the Airbnb and not know where we're going next. Our Airbnb that we've been staying in has been nice. It's just a really small studio and it's in a decent location. It's just not the best location. It has a super pretty view, which I'll show y'all. I'll kind of give y'all a little tour. The apartment is super messy right now, but I don't really care because we're leaving, so I'll show it to y'all. But this apartment is like a 25-minute walk into town. We just always end up like walking the same way to go into town every single day. So we wanted to live closer. So yeah, our new apartment is in a really good location. It's on the first floor though, so we don't have such a pretty view like we did here. But the street that it's on is just full of like restaurants and cafes and coffee shops and shops and
Pubs.
a ton of stuff. Pubs, yeah. You're not supposed to be listening to me. Now I feel like I can't talk. You're making me nervous. When we were looking on this website, looking for the apartment, I saved, you know, like 10 or 15 apartments that were in our what we wanted. I contacted the ones that had an email because we don't really know how to work our phones right now. So our phones, we can receive calls and text messages, but we can't reply to them. So we need to figure out how to do that. So I basically just contacted all the apartments that had emails that I could use. First of all, asked them, do you accept cats? And a really large amount of apartments here do not allow pets, which was kind of surprising because in America, there aren't really that many apartment complexes that don't accept cats. But here you're renting more from an owner, like you have one specific person who owns the apartment who's renting it out to you, instead of like in America, you're normally renting from a company that owns a ton of apartments, like they own the entire apartment complex, the entire apartment building. It's more like up to the discretion of the owner here, so they can decide like not to allow pets. Also, most of the apartments here, I don't know why, someone can kind of let me know, but most of the apartments here are rented with furniture included. It's kind of understandable because a lot of apartment buildings here are really old, so I can see how it would be difficult to get furniture in and out of them. Like this apartment, we're on the 9th floor and the elevator is super tiny, so I don't know how you would get furniture up here. It would be such a hassle to do that. So I guess that's why I think people don't buy their own furniture until they buy a house or buy an apartment. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. This is just like what I've seen and what I'm assuming. I think that the reason that a lot of apartments don't allow pets also is because they rent out their apartments with furniture and they don't want pets to mess up the furniture. I basically ended up working with this company that I had emailed about a specific apartment, and it was like a realty company, and the apartment I had messaged him about didn't allow cats, so he like sent me a list of all of these other apartments that they had that were within my budget and in the right area and which ones allowed pets. So then from there I found one that worked. We only ended up going and looking at 2 apartments, and we really liked the first one. The other one that we went and looked at was super cool, and it had a really nice kitchen, and it was just a really cool apartment. It was like its own house. You wouldn't have neighbors. You control your own heat and everything. It was basically 3 floors in this little house, and it was like you walk in the main floor and it's like a sitting area, then you go downstairs, which is the bathroom and kitchen, and you go upstairs and it's like a little bedroom loft. But the thing was, the stairs were super, super narrow. Like the width of them was like, they were like this big. Like it was like half the size of my foot. And I was just telling Alex, there's no way that I'm gonna be like getting up in the night and going down 2 flights of stairs and not fall and kill myself. And yeah, it would be super impractical going up and down 2 flights of stairs every single day to like go to the bathroom and go to the bedroom, and like, yeah, I was like, it's just super impractical. It was in a crazy good location though. It was literally, if you walked out to the street from the apartment, you could see the main bar district from the apartment. It was like a 2-minute walk to the main bar district with like all the restaurants, all the bars. So like the location was amazing, but it was just, I knew I would get sick of going up and down those stairs all day long. The cats would have loved the stairs, but yeah, I couldn't do that one. I think Alex really liked it. So the apartment that we ended up getting, I'm gonna show y'all because we're gonna go over there in a little while. I just got off work. It's Friday, so we have all weekend to move our stuff over there. We're not sure when the internet is gonna be set up there, so I might have to come back to the Airbnb on Monday to work. I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. I should probably like plan out what I'm gonna say before I start them, but sorry. I guess I can show you the address of the Airbnb though, since we're leaving. This is the city of Vilnius. So where all of the little blue dots are, that's kind of like, those are restaurants and tourist attractions and stuff that I want to go to. So you can see like most of the tourist attractions and things to do are kind of in that area below the river. And we've been living right above the river. So it's like a decent location. But it is just definitely a walk into town. Oh, okay, our new apartment, some of the negatives about it. It doesn't have an oven, it has a stovetop, it has 2 burners. It doesn't have an oven. So when I was looking at apartments, that was actually something that I came across a lot. Someone can let me know why, but a ton of apartments don't have ovens here. So we're just gonna have to buy like a little toaster oven, which, you know, 50 euros, no big deal. It also has, you know, like the tiny sized, like a mini fridge with like the little tiny freezer on the top, which, you know, is not that big of a deal. Most people go grocery shopping, like it's not like America where you stock up and go grocery shopping for a week or two and then have your fridge really full. I mean, we basically have been going to the grocery store every single day and just getting like what we need for dinner that day. So that's not really a big deal. Like we were expecting that would be the case. I know refrigerators in America are huge compared to in Europe, just in general, but that other apartment did have like a full-size fridge. Most, if not all of the apartments that I looked at did have washers, which is interesting because in America, if you live in like a cheap apartment or a small apartment, most of the time, like it's hard to find one that offers a washer. Most apartment complexes have a laundry room that you pay for. So I don't know why most apartments here have washers. I don't know if laundromats aren't really a thing, but I mean, that's super nice because there's no way I'm gonna go back to having to go to the laundromat. I think that's really all of the negatives that the apartment has for now. Like, of course, there might be other things that we don't like later on, but yeah, it's really, really nice. I'm excited to show y'all. I'm super excited to go over there. Another pro, it has a super nice bathroom. The bathroom here is lacking. Yeah, I'm so excited though. Yay. Also, like I said before, please excuse the mess. I'm not gonna clean up for this right now. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you walk in. This is like where our coats go, shoes. We put all of our electronics here. This is where we ended up putting our suitcases, cat carrier. Come over here, there's the radiator. That's the litter box, but I'm not gonna show that, because that's gross. So you come in and this is the whole apartment. Hello. There's the cats and this is the view. It's a super good view. So we bought a clothesline and we just like put it up here. This is where I've been doing my work. And Alex has to like sit here while I work because he can't go over here because then my students will be able to see him. Oh my gosh. Okay, the kitchen is an absolute disaster. But this is the kitchen. Washer. And then the bathroom is very interesting. This is something that I found to be kind of common here in a lot of apartments I looked at, is the shower head doesn't actually connect to anything. So you just have to like hold it while you're showering, which is fine, but it's really annoying to wash your hair with that. Yeah, but it's actually a pretty decent sized shower. The thing over here, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but that is really, really close. So if I sit here right now and I want to like sit on the front of the toilet, look. It's like you have to like spread your legs apart when you go to the bathroom. So that's that. There's also no sink in here. There's a mirror. How was it?
It was alright.
Not bad, right? Not bad for like just an Airbnb if you're gonna be here for
a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Do you think you would stay in here permanently if it was just you? The hallway kind of smells weird. And
the elevator might fall.
Yeah, the elevator is a little scary and shaky.
Probably like an old Soviet bloc building too.
I can't stand to brush my teeth in the kitchen sink. That just seems really gross to me. I don't know. That seems really gross to spit in a place where you're gonna wash your dishes. So we're gonna pack up some of our stuff, most of our stuff. I'm not really sure what we're doing. And head over to the new apartment. It looks like it's about to start raining though, but that's okay. I really just wanna go over to the new apartment and see. And then I'll give a tour of it. I might do that in a separate video though. I don't know. Bye for now.